hello everyone, and welcome to the Alliance Live Show, episode 145, coming at you and ready to rock and roll. I was not here last week. I was actually up in Lake George for the weekend with my son, and we went kayaking and camping, and it was a lot of fun. It was a great time. Unfortunately, road trip caused me to come back a little bit late, so we couldn't do it Sunday night. And then with everybody's busy schedule, sometimes it's tough to get together during the week. So we're here, we're ready to roll. We have a full plate, we've got the full crew. First and foremost, the thing missing here is the beautiful gentleman that typically sits above my face. His name is good old Maurice. He is here, just not with a camera. So for those of you looking to get some visual pleasure this evening, unfortunately it's going to be just me. However, you will be able to hear the sexy voice of good old Maurice. So, how you doing, my friend?
Hello there.
I'm already.
Oh, that just melted butter. That just melted. Yeah.
Yeah. You just did it to me, my friend. You just did it to me. How you
What's
doing?
up, guys?
How you doing?
Pretty good.
And that other lovely voice that you heard is the wonderful, talented, and beautiful Avinash. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Hello.
And kind of sexy voice, kind of
rough. Don't even start. Just don't even start. Just say RangerJ1999. Jesus.
Right? He just introduced himself. RangerJ1999.
Yeah, that's me. Good Lord.
Yeah. So we're here for another one of these, and it's going great. So I mean, we do have new character in the game. That's the first thing I guess I want to talk about. We obviously been a few days now, but let's go down here. I have not unlocked her yet, so I will do that now while we talk about her here. And we'll spin her around in a circle and discuss her advantages and disadvantages. Bang! Mon Mothma, everybody! So, Mon Mothma makes her way into the game. Let's go around the table here. Thoughts? What do you guys think about the addition to this character? Is it worth it? Is she great? Who cares? What do you guys think?
Well, we had a nice discussion about her on Jedi Academy. I mean, she's okay. She's okay. I mean, when you compare the other character releases, I think she's further down the line to the characters they released this year with Mando, Grieve. So I mean, especially the new Rebecca that was released recently, that character's dynamite. I think she's solid. She does make some of the rebels a little bit better. Problem is that I see that's her advantage, is that she makes the shitty rebels that are shitty better. Problem is her stats and everything, because how shitty they are, it's okay. I wouldn't invest in it yet. Until we get maybe some more new characters, rebels coming up, possibly. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah, I think she's real attractive for the Grand Arena players, because you can build a competitive B team that can, basically a team that can take out bugs, Dooku's, the kind of filler teams that people put in there. It's a good counter to all of those. The only way, I mean, I don't, like Ranger said, I would invest in her. She could work totally fine as 3-4 star. Those that want to invest in her, you'll long team for TV, right? But as Ranger said, if you do want to invest in Mon Mothma, you're also going to have to invest in the PALs, the Hoth Rebel Scouts, the Bistons, the Cara Dunes. You have to amp up your Wedge Bigs, Chase characters, so it's not just her you're getting. You're gonna have to level up the whole bunch of rebel fighters that, for the most part, no one really has past Gear 12. So
right.
Asuka wants to know if you said that Mon Mothma was attractive.
Compared to old Daka, yes, very much so.
Many Boston decide to give good Maurice that answer.
Alpha Maliza says good old Maurice is right as usual. Yes, Maurice is often correct.
I tell you what, though, I mean, if you guys have 3PO to spare, she will melt some teams with Biston, Hoth Rebel Scout, PAL, and CPO or 3PO. Like, again, B teams. You'll melt some bugs, you'll melt some Dooku's. You're not going to melt anything Darth Revan, anything named Revan. You're not going to melt any Galactic Legends. but it's no gas. Don't think. I don't know. I'd like to try gas, but doubtful. But it's very fun team.
They'll get too loose. You'll get a lot of call and assist on gas. Who's kind of crazy at the
Do you think they're actually trying to release these kind of characters for something actually halfway decent, or do you think they're just trying to release things to pair up with the cheesy tunes that we never work on?
Well, that's actually an interesting topic. But first, let me just say some hellos here. Hello to Thane, Kyrell, what's going on? Mike Yench, hello in San Diego. What's going on, Lord Megatron and Jaeger, and also Stonewall. What's going on? He said, "What's up to Ranger, Gom, and Avi?" So what's going on? And Alpha Mall Lazy, you know that if I weren't a heterosexual, that I'd be into you. Okay, so
God damn it! Man, why you do that shit?
But I just wanted to say that. So,
well, you are heterosexual, and that's not even the kid. Get out of here.
So as far as that goes,
and you didn't say hi to Meow Meow.
I did say hello to Asuka. I mentioned one of her comments about Gom. She thought that Gom thought that the Mon Mothma was attractive.
Yeah, but you didn't say hi.
Well, Asuka, if my mentioning your comment wasn't clear enough, hello. Okay.
It's different.
Yes, and hello. I mean, just for the sake of saying hello. No, and Ronan, what's going on? So back to Avi's comment there. I've often thought about this before too. I mean, like because of new characters coming out, like sometimes other characters get placed into separate teams, right? Like this is a common thing that you find with like C-3PO and R2-D2 with the Rebel squads, right? Because you wonder, do you use R2 with, let's say, a Rey Jedi training squad? Do you use R2 with CLS? C-3PO now, kind of was part of the CLS team. Now really part of the Padme team. So now that there are some of these characters that kind of come out and get taken and out of the teams that they were in and put into a separate team, they do have to kind of create filler characters to put into those, to replace those spots, if you know what I'm saying. So maybe Mon Mothma becomes a replacement on a CLS team. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that necessarily makes any sense, but I'm just saying that as far as that goes, I mean, I think that they do need to release some mid-tier characters that can play a filler role.
Well, and that's what Ranger said on Saturday, is that, right now, this is a very good B. It's like a B+ kind of team. But with the addition of perhaps a new Rebel fighter or somebody like really good that comes out, perhaps it's a marquee event or a legendary event or some sort of epic confrontation, or whatever they want to call it. Maybe Rebel fighters will chase the missing piece to the Mon Mothma team to really make it meta.
Doesn't she have a capital ship?
Mon Mothma? No.
No.
She was a senator.
Okay.
Yeah, perhaps we'll use Mon Mothma and the Rebel fighters to unlock the rest of the senators, like Organa. Get some Jimmy Smits in the game. I mean, that's please.
Yeah.
So
that's a real stupid path they'd go down if they started putting all the senators in the game. That'd be pretty dumb to me, but we'll see.
So Mike Yench asks a question here. He said, well, first and foremost, Alpha Mall Lisa wants to know if you find him attractive now.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I think let's go with that.
Got that out of the way. Now, Mike Yench wants to know, obviously, what we thought about Mon Mothma. We're talking about her, but he said Galactic challenges with one of them being on the Death Star. So, where does it say that Galactic challenges are going to be on the Death Star? Because I'm reading through the community posts and I don't see anything there.
I think it was probably some data mining.
It was a data mine.
Okay.
So that's not confirmed. That's just kind of speculation. But I mean,
that's just fishing for information. Yeah.
Typically, the data mines though are pretty accurate in this game. So I mean,
they can be, yeah.
So I mean, that would be kind of a disappointing. I don't know. It depends on how they do it, but I mean, I really want a Death Star raid, and if they just waste the Death Star on Galactic challenges, I don't know. Maybe it'll be cool. I'm just kind of not. I'm not as excited about Galactic Challenges as I think some people are. I think that they're going to be. I don't know. It just seems like filler content. You know, I mean, I want like to actually get rewards, something that's worth investing time into. So I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, obviously we'll have to wait and see what Galactic Challenges is when it drops. I mean, hopefully it's fantastic and I'm wrong entirely, but I mean, would you be okay with them doing the Death Star and Galactic Challenges, or do you think they should save the Death Star for a raid?
I just have a feeling that the Galactic Challenges are going to be a lot more frustrating than people are anticipating.
Yeah,
like,
I think so. Yeah,
the final tier is going to require top-notch R7 characters, and I'm excited for it, but I know for a fact it's going to get old and repetitive very quickly, just like the raids, just like TB. But I mean, that's to be expected, I guess. I mean, I can't. Something that's engaging for many, many moons is a tall order. I guess that's what we got Grand Arena for. I mean,
there's nothing that they could put out that would be like, you know, new and invigorating every single time it drops forever. You know what I mean? But I mean, so it's gonna always, whatever content they release is gonna get old at some point. But what I'm saying is, yes, you're right. The challenge tier or the highest tier will probably be very difficult. However, I'm just saying, I mean, I kind of want the Death Star to be in. I want there to be a ship's element to the Death Star in a raid, and that's kind of what I've been looking for. Like I've been like, hoping that we would get like. I was hoping, my vision of the Death Star whenever it drops was a raid, and we would get both land and air, right? So we would get like a portion of it where we are in the Death Star, and that's like what you're doing, you know, in the first part of the raid is you're fighting, you know, in the Death Star, and then you have a portion of it where you're fighting literally above the Death Star trenches, and you're in ships and you're fighting there, and then, you know, and then I would like to see like a couple of different areas like that. You know what I mean? I don't know if they could do something where the final section of the Death Star, like in the raid, like you're actually in the center of the Death Star where you can blow it up, and like you're fighting some sort of TIE fighters or something in there, and then eventually at the end, when you're done with the raid, you blow up the Death Star. Like that would be ideally, like I think the way I would like to see it drop. And again, I mean, I'm sure everybody has a different idea of what they would like to see, but I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, do you guys think they're still going to work on this raid that they were talking about, or do you think this is now shelved permanently?
I don't think it's shelved permanently. I just think it's put on the back burner.
I mean, they promised us a raid last year. They said we're doing a raid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They really need to, because it's been, what, 2.5 years since Sith raid came out?
Yeah.
They need to fix the issues with the existing game first. Like,
Yeah.
Right, and that's understandable, yeah. But they, you know, really need to concentrate on other stuff too.
I've played this game a long time, and maybe I've forgotten the past, but right now it does really seem like the worst in terms of stability the game's ever been. Just the crashing and the constant connection error screens.
Well, there's a lot of bugs too that I think when they switched over to Unity that people are spotting. A lot of people are spotting. Yeah, so that really needs to be addressed as well, because it's really screwing up not only a little bit of TW, but also especially GAC and somewhat some TB too. So, but we don't want to
horribly screwing it up.
Yes, I've been hearing the horror stories.
So I actually missed the Mon Mothma event.
You what?
What?
Yep. I actually, I knew I had to get it done later that day, and like something happened, and I like didn't get a chance to go back into it, and then like I totally forgot about it, and then like later on that night I went to log in, and I went to go do the event, and I was like, oh crap, I was like, I totally missed the entire event. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it started like in the middle of the day for me. the event, so it wasn't like at midnight, like some of them are. They're doing it. They did it like at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon for me.
So I just bought the pack. That's it. But I mean, but I missed the free shards, unfortunately. It's happened to me once before too. That happened to me with.
Well, we can't have nice things.
That happened to me with. Who was it? Happened to me with Sith Trooper when they first did the marquee event for Sith Trooper. But at that time, I was still a game changer, so I was able to reach out to Jesse, and he sent me the shards. So I told him that I was like recording something for the game, and I just totally I was too busy trying to make the embargo time for the video, so I couldn't get the event done, and he just sent me the shards.
Right.
But that's obviously that can't happen anymore. So. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it sucks, but I'm glad it's not like I'm missing out on the Supreme Leader Kylo farm is coming there. I mean, I still need about 3 characters to relic to get them there, 4 characters. But I'm almost done. The next time around, I'll be ready with the capital ship. So. But I'm excited about the Supreme Leader Kylo.
Durgan says Ramon got non-Mothma.
non-Mothma.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
That's funny.
That's fantastic.
Well, Ronan says in the chat, I mean, he's right. The Dynamite just showed a picture of the Death Star. It showed a lot of pictures. It could be a background. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. That would be rough to actually finally get something in the Death Star, just like a daily challenge. That wouldn't seem fitting. Like it wouldn't. I don't feel like that would. I don't know. The Death Star it seems like it needs to be a raid.
It needs to be a raid.
But
it needs to be. A raid.
It does. It really needs to. That would be something like really different than what we've done so far for raids.
If there is a ship aspect to these challenges, I think that's going to throw a lot of people for a loop. Because, you're going to need, they're not going to let you use your, Separatist or Galactic Republic. You're going to need, decked out wedges, decked out bigs. You're going to need 7-star Rebel fighters. You're going to need, TFP, like Relic, like all these things that nobody has. They're going to find a way to sneak in here. That's my fear.
Yeah. They're gonna dig down to the bottom of the barrel, and it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna use these ships now, so you're gonna have to relic all these other crappy tunes.
Like Empire ships only. Oh no. Yikes. My Tarkin's still gear 11. I don't have TFP is like he might be gear 12. Like I just never been a big fan of the Empire. I don't think I'm gonna get that Critic Death Trooper feat today in Grand Arena. I don't know about you guys.
No. That's ridiculous. Yeah, unless you work it out with somebody.
I'm still working out.
Unless you like work it out with me, because I generally don't battle anyway.
Mike Yench said he got that information from Unald. Yeah, I mean, again, when it comes to data mines, that stuff is all subjective. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just saying from my personal preference. I mean, that could be 100% accurate that the Death Star is going to be the main location for the Galactic challenges. I mean, and that would be actually a very cool location to do something with, because they haven't done anything with the Death Star. And I mean, the Death Star is such a big location. The fact that we haven't seen anything Death Star really. I mean, they did the Death Star in the first Battlefront. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like you would think that they would have gone to the Death Star in year 5 of this game. You know what I'm saying, by now. But they waited for Luke. They're going to wait for the Death Star. So we're just going to have to wait and see. But I hope, just my fanboy hopes are that the Death Star is a raid. Maybe they can use it as a background for a battle for sure. That would be cool. But what's going on, Ray Rock? How are you? But I hope that when they do major Death Star related content, I hope it's a raid. You know what I'm saying? So we can like really dive into it. We can see the inside of it, because the Death Star has a very distinct interior look. We want to see the. We've already gotten the Death Star throne room with the Palpatine event. But there's definitely a distinct look inside the Death Star, so it'd be cool to see like interior battles inside the Death Star, maybe like in like a hangar bay or whatever, like some cool stuff there. And then additionally, I mean, you have to have the iconic ship battle over the Death Star in the trenches, like that has to happen. You know what I'm saying? And then they can even do. I mean, there is a. Have any of you guys ever played Star Wars Battle Pod, like the arcade game?
Mm-mm.
So Star Wars Battle Pod is an arcade game that you can play at like Dave & Buster's. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's all air battles with the X-Wings and TIE fighters, etc. But you like sit in this pod, and then all around you can see the monitor is like a circle that goes around you. So for like you're literally, it feels like you're really in an X-Wing just flying around the Death Star and fighting, and then you fly into these trenches, and it's so sick. I mean, you could do the Battle of Yavin, you could do Takodana, you could do Vader versus Luke in the X-Wing. When you could do everything. So there's so many different battles that are in there, and then you actually at the end you could fly into the Death Star and then blow up the center of the Death Star. There's like an orb in the center that you can take out. I would love for them to have that part where you can go inside the Death Star and you can see the core of the Death Star in there and actually shoot it out, like let's say at the end, and maybe that's what you're attacking at the end, and they have like some sort of like anti, like some defenses in there that fight against you, and maybe that could be the final boss of the raid, and then you destroy the Death Star. I don't know how they would do it, but I'm saying that there's so many great settings that they can choose from the Death Star that they have to utilize that at some point.
Makes sense.
Yeah. They do the Death Star.
Yeah.
They do the Death Star in Battlefront 2. I don't think it's in Battlefront 2.
No, it's not.
No.
They didn't. That is correct. They did not. No.
We need Porkins for a trench run. Yes, Porkins for a trench run would be sweet. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. But, there's a lot of ways that can go with it. I just think that, at the end of the day, if they're going to release the Death Star, it should be a raid, not just a background something. I mean, it should be something where we're literally doing everything in the Death Star. And that would be huge. I mean, right? I mean, you'd have like a separate icon just for the Death Star raid, and, it'd be the 4th raid in the game, and... we need a new raid, because I mean, honestly, this game, is, we're kind of getting used to the Sith raid and the. I mean, how long has the Sith raid been out now? 2 years, right?
2.5 years.
Yeah, 2.5 years. Sith raid's been out now, so yeah, we'll see.
God, it's hard to believe it's been that long, though.
Yeah. It
seems like it, but at the same time, it hasn't. So.
I remember. I mean, we flew out to Cali to cover the raid, and then they had we got footage of Visas and Treya and Scion, and they had released Nihilus just a couple of weeks before that. So very cool times, and I guess now we're in that time period of where they're going back to OG trilogy. So. I mean, this would be the time, Capital Games, please do the Death Star now, okay, in a raid. Let's see it. Come on. By the end of the year, there should be a Death Star raid. Let's go. Anyway, so what are your guys' thoughts about Mon Mothma as a whole? Let's go back to that. I mean, what do you think about, I know you said that, she's kind of meh. But I mean, do you think that she's where's she best going to be suited? Is she going to be in a rebel team with CLS? Is she part of, I mean, I'm assuming that she's going to be part of the CLS team, is what you guys are thinking. But she's also got a leader ability, so maybe she's better as a leader of a separate team.
I'm thinking that she would be good to kind of lead a separate rebel team that, we can kind of mishmash together, like for either probably territory battles, light side, if it's catered to that. Okay. But I don't know if it's going to be even at R7 or whatever. But definitely a GAC, because, more teams you have on your roster that you can battle with, the better off you're going to be able to get more points with the mix and match that you can do. So, but I would definitely try her on a CLS team, but there's so many possibilities for a CLS team now, especially with the new Chewie, that I'd almost put her off into another rebel zone and another rebel group.
I'm not saying she's meh. I don't have her leveled up enough to give her a real stamp of approval or disapproval, to be honest with you. But Asuka asks, how is she meh when Gom took Hoth Rebel Scout to Gear 13? So that was...
because I love Grand Arena. Like I said, she's gonna be great as a B team in Grand Arena. And those teams, like, I don't know. I mean, you guys, I face them all the time. Like, just the Phasma leads, the Hux leads, the Dooku's, the Newts, there's potential where it could potentially take out Grievous. I haven't got to try it. I mean, it's got potential to take out. It's not a good TW team. I think if you guys did invest in her and went all the way with her, like 7-star gear her up, then you can start throwing her with the Cara Dunes and the, you can have a slower team. The Cara Dunes, you could throw her with the new 3PO, the Chewie character. I mean, there's a lot of combinations that you could use with her. I think her...
Chupio would be a good, that makes sense.
Yeah. It's not a rebel fighter, but, you've got Cara Dune and Scarecrow Pathfinder who are rebel fighters, and if they die and revive, it's going to bring him back too. And he's going to be assisting regardless. Like, he's going to assist every time without the damage penalty that the other rebel fighters have. I don't know. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to say what the best team is. Right now, because we haven't had anywhere to test it. It's so weird. They give us Mon Mothma and they give us 3PO and Chewie, and these two characters. I mean, they're not 3 versus 3 characters. Like, Chewie's good, but like, he's way better in a team of 5. You can counter tons of stuff with him in a team of 5. Mon Mothma, you can't just throw her in there with 2 rebel fighters. That's not going to do you any good. So it's interesting they release these characters in the midst of a 3 versus 3. You can't test them anywhere. So,
I haven't been able to test it all at all. So
I can't bring in my 4-star Mon Mothma against a Geo Ray at Arena and try it out and see how it does. Like, that's not even a waste of my time.
But Mike Yench says he's been using her with Chirrut and Baze in GAC.
You know what? And Waddles actually was showing me some of his defenses. He showed that team does seem to be holding up pretty well. So that's interesting. That's something to consider, especially in below 5-6 million SGP. That could be an option for you. I don't think anybody I don't think it's going to trick anybody, but
if you have somebody who's going all offense, you got to sometimes use some. You got to sometimes use some pretty creative teams there to save your best teams, because you don't know what they got on that back wall. So if you see a team that you think you could take out with Chirrut, Baze, and a 4-star or 3-star Mon Mothma, I mean, give it a shot. Her leader ability seems to be pretty good, actually. It's just I don't know how, it's very tough to tell based on the verbiage here how effective it's going to be. Obviously, a lot of assisting going on, but 90% less damage. I mean, is it just going to be chipping away at these characters, right? So, I mean, how much, if everybody's doing 10% damage,
it's if they attack.
Okay.
Like Mon Mothma's basic attack, she doesn't physically attack, so there's a 45% damage reduction. Like when Pow does his offense up, there's lots of moves in that Rebel Fighter faction without actually attacking, so it's like 45% damage penalty. Not it's only 45% of damage, not the 10. So
okay, gotcha.
I mean, that's still not very much, but
Yeah.
Like Chirrut's got the cleanse, Bison's got the frenzy move, Pow's got the offense up, Mon Mothma's basic. There's lots of moves that don't. Cara Dune.
So basically, if you use Chirrut's heal, for example, then then everybody's dealing 45% less damage instead of 90% less damage.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, so but I mean, again, so I mean, really, that's it's dependent on a lot of different factors, right? So it's tough to tell based on just reading that, like how effective that leader ability really is. But it sounds like her leader ability is kind of the way to go with her. Like, I don't know if she makes sense as like an addition to a team. I think she may make sense as a leader of a team. You know what I mean? So,
I haven't tried Cassian though. I haven't tried Cassian with her, so I'm not sure if Cassian's little super debuff move. I think they would do 45% damage there too. I'm not sure though. I haven't tested that. Your Cassian and K2SO might be some superstars.
He gave her, yeah, for sure. He gave her both Zetas, and he has her at Gear 9. Okay. Cassian's AoE grenade with heal immunity. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Okay. She would be good in fleet battles. Swat other ships down with those big hands of hers. Yeah, she's got
some big paws, yeah.
Oh my God. That is true. She definitely has enormous hands. I mean, now that I'm looking at it, I mean, she looks like she's got the. I mean, her hands are definitely like if you look at them in relation to her face, right? I mean, she could definitely do a serious face palm. You know what I'm saying? Like probably knock herself out with those paws.
Many Bothans died to provide you these hands.
Many Bothans died to provide you these hands. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's a weird. They always screw up women. I mean, actually, honestly, I was going to say, though, her face looks great. I mean, she looks just like the actress that played. Very good graphics on this one in comparison to some of the other women that they made in this game. I mean, how they got Mon Mothma so accurately, yet, yeah,
they can't do others more accurately. Yeah.
Yet the absolute star of the last 3 movies, they can't get her right. I don't get it. So whatever. But Mon Mothma, again, probably more of a second tier character. I think at the end of the day, we're probably looking at her as being like probably your second or third option as far as a rebel team is concerned. I think. You're going to probably use some of those characters. I don't think she's going to be a part of a CLS team. I think a CLS team sits on its own, and then possibly with some other components, like Maurice said. You have now Cara Dune. You've got Chupio. You still have your Akbars. You still have your. You have a lot of rebels. I mean, this game. Let's go take a look at the rebel faction real quick, just as a whole. And just kind of see how many different combinations we could put together here. Okay, so, I mean, the Rebel faction is by far the most healthy in this game. I mean, there's so many Rebels. I mean, is the Rebel faction the largest one in the game?
I think Scoundrels is.
Scoundrels? They have more Scoundrels than Rebels? Really?
Yeah, because all the bounty hunters are Scoundrels too. Yeah, definitely.
That's right.
That's unreal. But yeah, so you have your CLS team, right? But then you still have Fulcrum, Ahsoka. You're not going to really count your Ezras, etc. Those are more Jedi / Phoenix.
I think Fulcrum could have a spot in this team, just with all especially like you have the K2SO and Cassian Zeta. You've got Scarecrow Pathfinder now that gives the accuracy up. You got lots of like Cara Dune gives potency up. These are a lot of buffs that haven't typically been there before. Characters, lots of advantage. Like if you want to use Jyn Erso, you get advantage. There's lots of you can really amp up Fulcrum in this team. I don't really have Fulcrum, so I'm not gonna be able to test that. But
what about on your?
It could be a good place for her.
What about Danger Zone with Mothma? That actually sounds kind of interesting because, I mean, bear in mind, every time Wedge Antilles gets called to assist, right, he inflicts defense down.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he
does bonus damage.
And then he does bonus damage, right? So, I mean, if he gets called to assist with his basic attack frequently, I mean, he could seriously start, killing some people. You know what I mean? So, that's actually something pretty interesting to think about. I mean, is there any other rebel that sticks defense down besides Wedge Antilles?
Pow.
Okay. So, I mean, Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of different combinations you could look at here. I mean, I'm saying, I don't know how it's going to work with her as a leader damage-wise for the Wedge team. It still may be better to use Wedge separately in his own team, because Wedge's leader is pretty awesome also. So, I don't know, but, Princess Leia, you got Farm Boy Luke. Maybe she gives a purpose to Captain Han Solo. I don't know. But
possibly, because, him and the Hoth brothers, Cara Dune, Chase, these characters all have anti-Empire synergy. Potentially she could lead a group of 4 of the guys with anti-Empire synergy in these galactic challenges. Let's say you're going against, whatever the AI is this week, and Rebel fighters have that boost, and then that'd be a great time to try out Captain Han, Cara Dune, and the Hoth brothers, and the characters that no one really has. But if you got Mon Mothma, maybe they're usable. Get you through the first tier or 2. So I don't know. It could be interesting. And I guarantee Rebel fighters will be one of the first ones to have a buff, just to encourage people to amp them up quicker. I don't know.
So you gear 13 your Hoth Rebel Scout. How's that working out for you?
Well, he's the only. Well, I had Biston Relic 3 already, so now Hoth Rebel Scout's Rebel 3, and I'm working on PAL. So hopefully I'll probably take him to Relic 1 or 2 because I put the Zeta on him. So that's a full functioning team without a single character in the top 80 for me. So it's because a lot of these old Rebel fighters, a lot of these old characters, Wedge and Biggs included, you could really put the relics on them. Like for the higher GPs, you can get them to gear 13, maybe slap a relic or 2 on them. They're probably not going to affect your Grand Arena matchups. And that's why the team's so attractive to me, because I can build a fully functional relic team and not have it affect my top 80 whatsoever. That's why it's attractive to me. That's probably not the case for everyone, but just like a lot of you guys that you're going after your second GL now. Let's say you went after Jedi Knight Luke. Some of these characters, like your Resistance pilot, and maybe some of these other characters that you R3'd from Luke, they're starting to fall out of your top 65, 80 units. So, it's they're pushing all these relics on us. So it's the rosters are getting a lot deeper. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. Basically, is they're going to switch the divisions up. I'm be like the low man on the totem pole in some huge division. It's like the new Division 1. I'm be like at the bottom of the barrel with the lowest top 80 GP out of everybody. Just get my ass handed to me for 3 months, but that's all right.
Yeah.
That's okay. But
so Stormtrooper Han is the login character for the month of August. Any thoughts on that? Do you think that's a hint for anything?
I really don't know, because it's not the first time he's been the login character for a month and nothing's happened.
You're right. See, I thought that the other day, but I didn't say it on the stream. I was like, because I didn't know if it was true. But now, yes. Okay, now I'm much more confident. Yes. It didn't seem that long ago. It didn't seem that long ago.
Long ago, everybody was saying, "Ooh, we're going to get more stuff." Ooh, and nothing happened. So I think they just put names in a bowl and they pull a character out, and they're like,
"That's right.
We're going to give everybody hell and make them think that there's something going on."
And you'll like it too.
It's just kind of a lame character to do. Even for newer players, he's in the fleet store or the arena store. At least give them something that, that's like first order stormtrooper, something that's a hard node farm. Give them a little bit of,
Yeah, I agree.
Low move.
Yeah.
Let's give them a character that everybody already has.
My little ticket alt would like to get something other than Han. I mean, even my little ticket alt has a max Han Solo here.
Yeah.
So the changes that they made to Scarifel Pathfinder were on the basic. They changed it so that we never discussed this last time because this was relatively new. It was after Mon Mothma. So let me just pull up.
Broke my heart.
Yeah.
So
I used SRP for a lot of stuff, and now it's all screwed.
It's poopy.
So his old basic was deal physical damage to target enemy with a 70% chance to gain offense up for 2 turns. All other allies gain 15% turn meter. His new basic is deal damage to target enemy and gain offense up for 2 turns. Grant accuracy up for 2 turns to a random ally who doesn't have it. I mean, that's significantly worse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Without a doubt. We talked about it in our stream the other night. It's like the way they worded that post, it's like they were doing everybody a favor by keeping the revive mechanic. When anybody that has him could give 2 shits about the revive mechanic. We want the turn meter gain. That's why we use him. That's
yeah, exactly. That's why he was so good on the team.
He's a counter. Like, you put him under CLS, he counters, and when he counters, he gives everybody 15% turn meter. That's why you used him. Not on the off chance that he revives and gets killed instantly right away again. Like, that's...
I mean,
he's annoying. He's annoying on a team, yes.
I mean, would Mon Mothma have been broken with Scarecrow Pathfinder having that ability?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But there's still, like, Hot Rebel Scout has a similar ability, but it's only a 40% chance. So, but still, that's going to be almost every other turn. But the 2 of them combined, it would have been, and with Pal Zeta, like, it would have been a loop that you could, like, the other team would never go if you went first. So, I understand why they did it. It's just unfortunate because he really was one of my favorite kind of tanks. I always preferred him over Old Ben or Chase or like
I did
all
too.
these other Rebel tanks. He was my favorite. But not anymore. Accuracy up can suck it. That's such a stupid buff. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of the weakest buffs.
Oh my god, it's awful.
It's delicious.
There's so many things that they could have done with him, but no, they just had to go we're just going to make it look good, but it's actually not. We're just going to really downgrade him.
So the team they were actually suggesting that you use with Mon Mothma is Wedge, Cara Dune, Chirrut Imwe, and Pow.
Yes.
What a wild combination.
Yes.
I think they pulled it out of their ass is what they did.
Well, why even, I mean, like, why even tell people that? You know, this is, I mean, you know, it's like...
They want people to panic farm. That's what they want people to do. Those are bottom of the barrel stuff that people don't have or barely have. And so they want people to work on those. Oh my God, Mon Mothma, oh gee whiz, she's going to be really good. I got to get these characters up there.
But why create an but why create an OG trilogy character that only synergizes well with characters from Rogue One? I mean, it doesn't make and the Mandalorian.
Almighty dollar. It's the almighty dollar.
I mean,
well,
I get Wedge, right? Wedge makes sense, but Cara, Chirrut, and Pow, why?
I think that I think those are ones that they just kind of threw in there, even though that she'll synergize with other characters as well. I mean, you've got the Chirrut Baze synergy, you've got the Wedge and Big synergy. And what they did was they posted those characters and broke up the other half of some of them. Pal, oh my God. You know, how many people honestly have Pal, you know, up there in gear and such? We've bitched for so long about us wanting stuff from the bottom of the barrel, to have stuff reworked, to have stuff that we could actually use instead of only being able to use the top third of our rosters. And the rest of it is just junk. Now what they're doing is they're creating these tunes and they're throwing the junk in with it to synergize so that everybody, it's like, well, you know, you want this, we're going to shove this down your throat and you're going to pay some money for it because we're going to make you panic farm.
That's their
That was my point, yeah. Like, that was my point in the stream the other night. I led basically with the review over, I was like, this and Cam are very lazy ways to rework tons of the original characters. Like, just let's give all the characters huge stat boosts, but let's not do anything really with their kit. Let's just, you know.
Well, that's very.
Let's stick a character in there that will help boost them up with their own buff. That way we don't have to completely redo all these other characters and then synergize and try to compare to other characters to make sure there's not a glitch or something happens that breaks it. You know, we'll just add the character take care of that situation. Exactly.
Well, that's very on brand for them. Yeah, I mean, so makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Anything that you do, you've got to think about the sneaky way they're doing it. And then it makes sense.
Sneaky.
Sneaky. So, AME says Chirrut hits hard at high relic levels. I don't think the question is about Chirrut. I mean, I think Chirrut is still a great character. I think Chirrut and Baze combined, actually, still are pretty darn good. You know, I think it's
I've got him relic 1. I guess that's not high relic level, but I built him for something, and then I ended up scrapping it, and I don't remember what it was exactly. But I have him, but no Chase, or Baze. I have no Baze. I have Chirrut, relic 1, but like a gear 11 or 12 Baze. So hopefully he comes in handy. I really like tenacity up, so that's always comes in handy.
So, as far as I mean, I know for some of you guys are still working on your. I mean, Maurice, do you have both Galactic Legends now?
Yeah, I got Ray a couple weeks ago.
Okay. So
I just finished your ultimate.
So let's go around the table here. I mean, just out of curiosity, what are you guys all like working on right now? Like, what are your next farms?
Just slowly. Oh, go ahead, Ranger.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm finishing up Premier Colorado. I've got 3 characters that need to go to Relic, and then I've got enough for the Relic pieces. It's just getting the last couple pieces, and then bam, bam, bam. Start working on getting those tickets and work on Supreme Leader Color in. So.
Okay.
I'm just slowly farming the pieces I need for this Rebel Fighter team, and then just kind of I'm really trying to stockpile like signal data and the high-end relic stuff for the next time some sort of panic like a Galactic Legend comes out. I'm a little more prepared because I'm really like after both these Galactic Legends, it wiped out my entire inventory of like the stuff you need for like relics 5 through 7. I really don't have any of that stuff at all.
Oh, I hear you there. Yeah, I hear you there. I'm just after both the GLs.
And Vader and Luke. I mean, that completely wiped me out. I've got nothing. If something comes out tomorrow that we need R7 stuff for, I'm out. Like there's nothing I can do. Like it would take hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get all the stuff I need. So I would have to miss a meta.
I mean, you probably wouldn't miss the meta. You just have to take a little bit longer to relic it.
Yeah, but you know him. He wants it now.
That just means whale Maurice.
Yeah, you know it.
Look, I got
God wants the whole world.
That just means late night, like drunk whale Maurice is gonna come out to play one night, and he's gonna click that button.
No. Maurice knows to keep his phone in his pocket when he's drunk.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stockpile as much stuff as I can. I did not get Luke on any of my accounts this last time, simply because I was just at the tail end of a Galactic Legend. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to put that off and finish up the Galactic Legend, and then I've got the characters ready to go. To get Luke, so that's not a problem now. But I'm kind of running out of tunes that I want a G13 actually. So on one account, I just kind of I don't know what ones to do, so I'm just kind of holding off.
It's so annoying. I can't auto this stupid Radis event. It's so annoying.
Well, 1, you're missing mods on characters. 2, your ships suck.
Not these ships. These ships don't suck that bad.
You have mods on your characters?
Well, why does it always go back to mods? Why does it always come back to
I don't
mods?
know.
Mods are very important for pilots.
Yeah, I actually rolled
win
another
your ship
23
battles.
speed mod today. I was like, get
23 speed?
Here. Yeah, it always happens when I'm offline. I get big hits on the mods. It's like, you son of a... You bastards.
Oh. This stupid ship. Stupid Y-wing. All right, but as far as the TW, sorry, the TB is concerned, are you guys all like? Is anybody here doing max stars on this TB?
I think we're
Dark
going for
side?
32.
Yeah, we're going for 32.
Yeah, I think two guilds. I think the two very top guilds got it last time.
Yeah.
I think we need pretty much perfection for 32. We're pretty good, but we're real good with participation. Everybody participates, but a couple people get in there and get like Shock T and the clones in the last round or something like that. Like, oh god, there's nothing you can really do about that in P4. But
B Moss, who just donated $2 and says, "I can confirm that Ramon's ships suck."
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we should be able to get 32 pretty easy this time. We're not like being competitive, like we have to get that 32 or we have to get that 33. If we just want to go, hey, we just more interested in getting the get to rather than just going for the next star, we'll do that. We're just a little bit more chill that way. But yeah, I think we're gonna go for 32 this time, just for fun.
Okay.
It's for funsies.
I mean, that's pretty fun. Getting 32. It's I just remember when that seemed impossible. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, like,
yes.
So I mean, like, it's like I guess all this stuff eventually. I still think the light side TB seems impossible.
It's ridiculous.
Mathematically impossible. You cannot, until we get either a cap level or they do something major. No one's beating that for, I don't know.
No, everyone's gonna have like 11 to 12 million GP.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not just that, but the characters that I have particular teams that are all R7 totally modded. I mean, absolute max everything and one shots. They're just getting one shots. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. It shouldn't be happening this way. Honestly.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's going to be quite a while. We definitely need a level cap increase or something like that. And, I mean, I know we've been talking about that. I mean, when was the last time we had a level cap increase?
Oh, years.
I mean, it's got to be 3 years now, right?
More than that. Yeah.
That's insane.
I feel like it was with the tank raid almost. Maybe.
Remember when those things used to be every like 6 months? They would drop a new level cap increase.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, we've been speculating about a level cap increase for years now, and I mean, I feel like it's just never happening.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But anyway, we're not going to be doing a top 5 this week or a meta report, so we're just going to straight go till about midnight here. So if you guys, let me just throw it out there now. We're going to talk about another topic, but while we do that, if you guys have any questions that you'd like to ask, any topics you'd like to discuss, type the questions and the topics into the chat now so we can scoop them up in about 5 minutes or so, and we'll start doing the Q&A in a few minutes. So if you guys have any questions or anything you'd like to ask, or you'd like to just maybe throw some comments out there about the Eternal Twins for Ranger to gripe about, do it now.
No, I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be back in about 30 minutes.
But the other topic I wanted to discuss is as far as the Galactic Challenges, sorry, the Galactic, is it Galactic Challenges, the new events are going to be called? Galactic Challenges. I mean, have we got, I mean, obviously there's data mine info. I mean, typically when you're getting a data mine, though, that means that you're looking at really soon that something is dropping. right? So
sometimes.
Typically, in the past, from what I've seen data mines, usually that means sometime in the next 30 days.
Sometimes they can preload pictures or whatever that they need to way ahead of time on stuff as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you remember, like Imbo was in the data mining. You got him 2 years later. We still haven't seen Duke Gunray's capital ship that everyone was all like excited about. That was in a data mine. Like, you got to take it with a grain of salt.
They need to bring Asajj's ship.
Be nice.
Yoda's
I think
ship.
that'd be cool.
Yoda's ship. Yoda has a ship.
That'd be cool.
Yoda's ship was in a data mine, actually. There was, I want to say there was a Grandmaster Yoda's ship in a data mine at some point.
Now they have
we never got.
They have to bring.
Well, I do.
They have to bring CLS's ship into the game at some point here. I mean, whether he's CLS or they use Jedi Luke, they have to bring Luke's X-wing into the game.
They don't have to do a damn thing.
They have to. Okay, they have to.
No, they don't. They don't have to do a damn thing.
They have to.
Oh, really? Because you want it, Remon?
Yes, because I want it. Because everybody wants it. We all want it. You want it, as a matter of fact.
I do.
You don't want.
I don't want something else. I need to farm the ship fleet nodes. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need that.
Oh my god, I'm so sick of that.
I don't
Unless it's on the.
I've
Yeah.
been working on Mandalorian and Grief Karga for a year.
I thought, thank God, I had to fart with that shit.
I don't think that Luke's X-wing would be a farmable thing. I mean, I think that would be something that is probably part
You're
of.
probably right, like an event. Yeah.
That would be a big deal. So.
Could be another galactic chase. Huzzah!
No, they're not just going to give us Luke's
They're
X-wing.
the greatest things.
Galactic
What do you
ship.
mean? They're the greatest things to make. They're amazing. You get to chase after the ships and do the nose over and over again. Hooray! Huzzah!
You know, honestly, though, I wouldn't be surprised I'm still kind of shocked the way they released Jedi Luke. You know what I mean? Because I didn't see them just like, just throwing up Jedi Luke over the course of a weekend. I thought it was going to be like a big to do. Like, I thought they were going to have
it was kind of a big what to do. I don't know where you remod it. It was kind of a big deal.
It was a big deal, but it wasn't I guess no matter what, like, my expectations are going to be higher than the reality with that, because I guess
Sure.
we've been building up this character in our minds for years, so you just assume that he's going to come with a lot of fanfare, a lot of hoopla, and to me at least, it just seemed like they kind of they just threw Luke out there. Now, they did release a nice video trailer for him. I mean, he did get respect, don't get me wrong. They did. I mean, and the event was really good, too. So, I think it was actually better than the Galactic Legend events.
The event was great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, way better than the Galactic Legend event. They did a fantastic job with the Luke event. There's no argument on that point. I mean, it just looked better. The cinematics are great. The way they had the battles done. Even with the stupid stuff, and when he's in... him and Vader are off inside Bespin and in the mine shaft in that one part, and the shit was flying at you. I'm like, oh, just like the movies. Great job. Good job, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought that for some reason I just would have thought that they would have made... I don't know. I just thought they would have made it more of like a big, long, like they would have given us more time to get ready for it. Be honest with you.
Hell no, they ain't gonna give us enough time to get ready for something like that. I mean, as soon as I saw, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 9 Gear 13, Relic 3, got it. Yep. Paywall, bitches.
Yeah, I just kind of thought that they were going to be a little bit more fair with Jedi Knight Luke. Like, I thought they were going to make him...
pretty fair, actually. Compared to the Galactic Legends, getting Luke is actually, I mean... Compared to that nightmare,
but the characters,
and a lot of the characters are way older that most people, especially veteran players, have farmed and had.
But getting them relicked is the annoying. I mean, you're talking about some characters.
Get used to it because the relic is the standard now for any of this stuff. I mean, just get used to it. I mean,
they're gonna demand more and more and more in these events. And to the point where you're just like, I can't.
They were actually nicer with the relic. It was only relic 3, so I mean that's really not that bad.
Yeah.
When you compare the Galactic Legends, especially for instance Rey, when the amount of chirotex alone, like in total with Rey, is like over 2,000 chirotex. And that's includes Finn and Poe being new characters needed chirotex. And then you have to take 3 to Relic 7, the rest are Relic, 3 to Relic 3, but in the middle they're all Relic 5. It's like, that's some heavy duty. I mean, when Maurice talks about his shit is gone and my shit's about to be gone and Avinash shit is gone, that's because of that. Because once you do Luke and Vader and you go for both Galactic Legends and stuff, you are wiped the F out. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, completely. And that is not easy to build back up again, especially the Relic stuff from, for Relic 6 and 7.
I mean, I used to have tens of thousands of salvageable parts. I'm going to be down to about 1,000 each after I finish Kylo Ren.
I had crazy. None. Zippo. Nil.
So, yeah, I mean, compared to that nonsense, yeah, Luke was cool. The only thing was, the only thing that was a little surprising if you hadn't worked on it was Leia and Han, right? Lando for gear wise. That hurt. Yeah. I don't think it hurt as bad as Relicking Rose Tico, but it was still painful.
I think Rolo has potential to be pretty cool. Sure. Lando is super disappointing.
Boy.
Yeah.
He's really bad, even at R3. Like, I was just like, the damage is abysmal. Like, it's so slow.
Yeah.
A.B. Motts was with us. He said, I just did Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and I'm wiped the F out. God damn it.
Congratulations, B. Matsu. Congrats, my friend. Congrats, brother. Good stuff. That's great.
But you all will get there. I mean, once you start doing Galactic Legends, for those that have not done it, it is just mind-numbing, the sheer amount of just material you put toward one of those. And then you're like, oh, whew, I made it. I got it done. Oh, shit, I have to do another one. Oh, shit.
Yeah. And this is even a crappier tune. And then you just go down the list to the crappiest tune. But once you started, it's a path you really can't stop. And unfortunately, it diverts resources and attention away from other game modes that you need other tunes for.
That's why it's important to develop those other teams and stuff before you make that final push, because I'm telling you guys, it is nutso. I mean,
it is nuts. Yeah, between TB and especially TW, it's just, you're screwed.
It's
basically, because we're having to wait around for a year for some people to divert from their GL to be able to get the teams that we need. That's not going to happen. That can't happen.
I'll tell you what, Luke 2 is really good, especially now in Last TB with that Jedi mission. My God, that man is goddamn nerds. He needs another medal. Give him a medal. God damn.
He gets that iron will on him, and he starts countering. He wipes out the whole map.
I know.
Like, oh boy.
Yes,
I can't wait to get him.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy when I say TB. I'm like, I can do good in the Jedi mission, and I'm already getting 4/4 gas, and I'm already now getting 4/4 Rey. So, Lightside GOTB, I mean, it's not the shit that it was before. Now they got those teams in there. So, God. I mean, someone said use Luke lead. I'm like, okay. I was like, oh, wait a minute. I'm actually doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing great. What the hell?
Yeah, because all of a sudden those the AI Geonosian spies have like 350 speed, or they just swoop in and one shot you before you even get to go. Like all of a sudden, they're not really a threat anymore. They just sit there.
Luke stuns them all. He's calling assist all the Jedi. They get that buff. They're just hitting like trucks. I mean, when you throw like Revan and especially Yoda, oh boy, Yoda goes bananas with Luke at the lead. Oh boy.
Yeah, I can't wait to develop my Jedi team better, because the Jedi team that you throw together now, doesn't matter what combination, sucks. Yeah, it is so bad. I mean, I use mine with gas, and I'm like, oh my God, this is just so bad. And the problem is that the AI targets GMY and Jolie right off the bat, and you're like, oh man. And my Jolie is so modded and relicked all the way up and everything, and it just gets whittled down, and by the second turn, gone.
Yep. Luke shuts that shit down immediately, and he's great in an arena because I've got him on my Rey team. It's like, oh, hi, Kylo Ren. Let me just stun your team, and I'm going to fuck you up.
Yeah, he's probably the only character that could go one-on-one with Kylo Ren. Well, exception of Rey. Like, if it's just Kylo and Luke at the end of the battle, you've got a fighting chance. Like, you have a chance. You got a blind.
Hard.
Yeah, you got a blind. You got counter.
Like, I can't wait to get him.
Oh, he's so good.
It's not automatic.
No.
But there's like, it's not like all hope is lost. It's like, okay, let me have that blind ready. Because if you time that blind right, you can get him. Like, it's
That's cool.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, before we dive into the Q&A, this is one last question I wanted to ask the panel here. So, I'm sure there are a lot of people that are coming up to the same dilemma that I'm at now, which is you've basically finished farming the Malevolence and the Negotiator with your get to currency, and now you're sitting there wondering, I mean, should you farm gear or should I save this stuff? Because there's
those that are not Remon that have farmed the Malevolence, I haven't even finished the Malevolence. After I got Negotiated, I'm like, gear. Especially if you were working on gas and these higher level characters, because you are going to need all the sweet get to love and you can get your bloody hands on.
But what if they drop another cool character in there? Who
cares? You don't know that. I mean,
and even if they do, you don't have to get it right off the bat. It's okay to wait.
I mean, if they do that, I mean, you got to stick to what you know is out there right now, and especially with these Galactic Legends. I mean, as the people that are facing me in the 3v3, what it's like to face someone with a Galactic Legend, you don't got one.
It's a legitimate game. It's a legitimate question, though, because I mean, at the end of the day, I mean,
it is. It's hard because
there are definitely people out there thinking to save their currency. You know
what CG does, and what they have done is that they're like, oh hey, we're not going to stick any more stuff in there, so go ahead and spend it all, and that's what people have done with the get and get to and such, and then they throw voila, a character in there or a ship in there or something, and you're like, oh man, I didn't save anything. Because it's like those little shops are not being used as intended, which is to buy gear or buy what you need. Instead, people are hoarding for the next thing, and that's detrimental, actually.
I just don't understand why people do that. I mean, listen, those right side pieces, that gear in there, that shit is hard to get your hands on. I'm sorry. I mean, now once I finish Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, I'm going to be in a really good spot. I'll go after Malevolence. But, you know, I made the choice after I got Negotiator, right? That looking at the amount of the gear that's for Get 2, those right side pieces, especially the gold pieces and stuff, it is, especially, you know, if you're struggling with the Sith Raider people that do have Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, that shit is money. I can't tell you how hard those are to get. I mean, it takes forever. Even with the shard shop store, that shit is really hard to get. And, you know, I mean, I think Malevolence is a great ship. But for me, I'm like, Malevolence or get the gear I need for both Galactic Legends. That's a pretty easy choice.
Yeah, and that's basically what Ronan says here. A character dropped into the Get store is more than likely not going to be anywhere as good as Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, which is correct. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, what do you think, Maurice?
Well, I spent my Get one. Basically, what I did is when I went after Kylo first, right? Because I needed so much of those tokens, I would farm everything I could from the dark side, and anything like light side, I would buy from the Get stores. Like when I was doing Kylo Ren, the Kyrotech computer pieces are dark side, but the shock prod ones are light side. So I'd farm for all the computers with my energy and buy the shock prod ones with my Get 2. I'm kind of just saving Get 2 now, just kind of for the next panic, because like as Ranger said, it's that those right side pieces, especially in the case where I had to do like Leia, Lando, Captain Han. These characters didn't have Gear 13, so I kind of had to go in a little frenzy and get all the stuff I could. Like, it's nice to have a stockpile of that stuff. You know, because if you're only 4 or 5 pieces away, I mean, you can either buy it out of there, and if you're absolutely desperate, you can start refreshing the shop. It's still and spending your currency is a hell of a lot cheaper than buying the pieces of those packs, because like a full right side piece for the weekly shipments is 5,000 to 6,000 crystals. That's like that's almost $50. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just for one piece, like
that's a lot.
They should put a character in the GAC store. I don't see them doing it, but I do see them putting another character in the Get store for sure. Okay. Now, as far as that goes,
there will be some new character with this Galactic. There's gonna be some sort of chase, whether it be a ship, it might be the Red 5, in some sort of chase. Whether it be a character, whether it be ships, or whether it be like the 6DCBA mod salvage, like there's going to be something to chase that's going to encourage everyone to play it. Like it's not just going to be, get in there arcade mode. Who cares if you played or not? Like I don't know. It's something. We'll have something to chase very soon in regards to that game mode. I'm not sure what it'll be, but.
Oh, little Remon.
My little son wants to say hi to everybody. Say hi. Go ahead.
Hello, young Azab. Hello.
All right, go to bed.
Like, get your butt to bed.
He's with this quarantine stuff. I mean, since school, I mean his sleep schedule is out of whack. So it's all over the place.
I kind of think a lot of people's are. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But all right, so I think there were a few questions before we wrap it up here in the chat. Do you have anything pulled up?
Ronan kind of led the night off with, how is your Spring Leader Kylo Ren farming going, Ramon?
Hello, young Ramon. Come and take your father's place. Yeah.
Use your aggressive feelings, boy.
I bet you he'd be better than me at this game for sure. All right, go to bed now, okay?
Where's your camera?
What?
Where's your camera?
Yeah, it's that one up there. Yep.
The old
Okay. All right.
kid stall tactics. Gotta love it.
Yep. Okay, give me 1 second, okay, guys? Just go ahead and go through that question.
Well, what's another question we can
All
handle while the baby?
There was one more. I'm on my phone, guys. So bear with me. I can't.
Let me scroll up. I didn't know you were on.
Okay.
I forgot about
I
that.
forgot you're on your phone.
There was only a couple.
I think most of them we kind of answered as we went.
Let me see.
If there was
here.
anything.
I see that one.
Okay, here we go. This is from Deco Fulth. Sorry about butchering your name. Anyone else failing to get Watt Frag due to the game crashing?
We're having all kinds of shit happening to us with the game crashing.
Yeah, there's been a lot of game crashes and people are really frustrated.
My 900 winning streak with threes. I don't think I've ever lost threes before any round, and I lost one because ship crashed. All I needed to do was clear ships. Had a good. That's all I needed to do. Game crash right in the middle of the fucker. It's like, oh my sweet Jesus.
Brian Harvey asks, does Ramon even play this game anymore? Only on Sunday nights from 10:30 to midnight.
Sunday nights from 10:30 to midnight.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're just being obnoxious. Okay.
Can you just get me some water, please?
Yeah, you have your cup already. You know exactly where to get the water. Stop doing this.
I just wish Remon would learn how to hit the mute button, because I'm enjoying this conversation, the family squabble between Remon and his son.
It's not a squabble. It's just a meeting of the minds. Okay.
Go get some more coffee and play in your room.
All right. Anyway, so
Grab some more coffee and go back to your room.
Yep. Yeah,
Some coffee.
Yeah, no, getting him to bed is always the question mark these days. Because I mean, at the end of the day, I put him in, but it's like, as far as like him staying up there now, it's like, I mean, he's used to being up now till like 11, 12 o'clock. So if I try to put him to bed at, let's say, 10 or 10:30, he's going to wake up like 3 or 4 times before he falls really asleep. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where...
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah. It is what it is, and it's going to get even crazier. I mean, with school this year, I don't know what they're going to do. I know they're going to be trying to stagger school. I'm not doing that. I'm going to just kind of wait and see how it goes the first couple of weeks and see if there's just mass people getting sick, and then we'll go with
they
it.
They should not be opening up the schools, period.
I'm just going to let him... They're going to have the kids do, like... virtual for
online
half of the week. So I'm just going to have them do virtual all week for the first 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and I'll see how it goes. And if hopefully it all works out well and all the kids are doing fine. But I just have a feeling that it's not going to go well. So I mean, I think this. But we'll see. I know Hans had a question here. It says, I am now the guild leader of a 3-man guild. Should I build how I should build or rebuild, or should I quit and search for a guild that he can be in?
Well, if it's only 3 of you, you might want to look for a guild. Just throwing that out there. It's probably easier for you 3 to find a guild than to find 47 other people.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. Plenty of guilds that have 3 spots right now.
Yeah, easily. And Remon B-Monch is saying you need to do your damn 600 pronto before you log out for the week.
Okay, all right. Hey, listen, I spend a lot of time with my son. He gets a lot of attention, okay? Let's not go there, okay? I go camping
what
with him.
What do you mean? We know you do. Get the hell out of it. We're not talking about that.
No. Brian Harvey said something here like, go get my son attention. No, that's listen, he gets a lot of attention. It's sometimes, unfortunately, you got to have your own life, too. So... but
that's why the good Lord made bourbon.
Yeah. But overall, I think Ranger's right, Hans. I think that if it was a closer, like let's say you had 30 people, that would be a real decision to make there. If you're talking about a 3-man guild of 50, take those 3 people with you. Go find another guild, and try to find a place that's a quality spot to fit your play style, because everybody's got different play styles these days, and that's the way it is. I mean, yes, I definitely don't play the game as much as I used to. That's for sure. You know what I mean? But I still play every day. I'm not playing competitively. I mean, I play to have fun. So like I jump in. I'm like right now my arena team is Vader. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing that because it's fun. So like when I dive in, it's fun. I'm not worried about my rank. I buy crystals if I need to buy something. It's not really a big deal. It's just one of those things where I enjoy. Like right now I have the Malevolence in ships. It's not as good as my negotiator team. It's not. But I just like running the Malevolence because I like that team. So, I mean, I play for fun. I do what I like to do, and I don't do what I don't like to do. There's so much stuff to do in this game. Like I said, there's lots of different people that like GAC. There's people that don't like GAC. There's people that like Arena. There's people that don't like Arena. So you can really kind of play it however you like. Some people just log in and collect their shards and all their stuff.
There are people that like Coke and some who like Pepsi. What can you do?
Remote admissions you should not make while your guild leader is listening. I don't play much anymore.
He must be spitting fire and facts all over the place.
I don't play much anymore. Yeah. I mean, listen, if you take it out of context, yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Listen, but do we have any other questions?
Hans was the last one.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope I didn't miss anybody's questions. If not, if I did, I apologize. Hey, Bimasu, I heard Hans is looking for a new guild. If you're looking to replace Remon.
There you go.
It's hilarious.
Not wrong.
There are people that just play this game on the toilet. Yeah, it's for sure. And listen, considering, versus, let's say, your average player, okay, I'm well advanced, okay? I'm well advanced, all right? 5 million plus GP is still pretty good in this game in comparison to some guys that play it more leisurely than me. But, yes, in comparison to, like, the heavy hitters, comparison to the way I used to play this game, definitely not there anymore. You know what I mean? But, it's a different game now. Anyway, what's going on with Reality Skewed Gamers this week? Anything special besides the usual?
Well, we had our D&D stream yesterday, our big one that we're doing with D&D Beyond and Roll20 that you on Twitch. We should have that up Monday or Tuesday on YouTube, so you can check that out. And then we'll have our normal work week schedule for you guys. Lunch streams Monday through Friday from 12 to whenever we get done with GAC. I do my GAC. Normally I'm doing them now during the lunch stream. And then Finn does his right afterwards. So you get double the pleasure, double the fun with the GAC runs. And then Wednesday we'll have the big Wednesday night show, along as running live stream in the community. And then Saturday, of course, is the Jedi Academy. We bring all you bucketheads together and have fun, answering everybody's questions from the community. We have lots of fun people on there from all different kinds of content creators. And then on Twitch, we have other games that we're playing, like Star Together, Marbles. I mean, there's all kinds of games we do on Twitch during the night. So lots of fun stuff happening in RSG. Come check us out on YouTube or Twitch.
Excellent. And what's going on with Operation Metaverse this week, Maurice? Anything other than the live show on Thursday?
Just a live show on Thursday at 10:30.
Okay.
Find us there.
Also, make sure to check out Boba's podcast. Is there anything that you guys streaming anything this week?
Nope, not this week. But now that I've dropped some accounts and dropped some other stuff, I'm going to have actually more free time to get my act together and start the ball rolling even more and getting it done. And I've done some YouTube videos myself. So lately. And then I'm going to be doing some twitching here real soon. Not that kind of twitching, but some Twitch here soon enough. I'm just going to kind of...
Not the platform. I'm just going to be twitching my eyes.
So I'm just kind of getting it set up and the layout really nice and everything before I start doing it. So
that's cool. So make sure to check out all the wonderful channels. Again, there is a link in the description to Reality Skewed Gamers. Again, they go live on Wednesday nights with the longest running live show in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Also, Operation Metaverse's channel, they have their stream on Thursday nights. And if you haven't seen them, also I did include Master Kylo's channel. There's a link in the description to go check out his channel. He streams on Twitch. So if you guys want to see live shows, I think he streams quite regularly there. He did just recently get to the point where he's about to be getting Supreme Leader Kylo, so I'm sure he's going to be streaming that sometime here pretty soon. I think he's almost there. I think he's just getting tickets for that. So make sure to check him out, and also check out Boba's podcast and Boba's Alliance as they're adding more content over time. I will be streaming some more Power Rangers this week. I did get a new character last week. I did a live unboxing, so I'll be streaming some gameplay with him, kind of see what the best combinations for teams are with the new Cameron Watanabe character, the green Ninja Storm Ranger. And then we'll be back next Sunday with some more Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their week. If you haven't already, please do smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. It does make me feel good. Also, it helps the channel out. So we'll be back next Sunday with some more stream. If you guys have anything you want to discuss with me, you can always reach out to me on Discord. There's a link in the description for that as well. But I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their weekend. I really appreciate everybody coming out and hanging out tonight. It was a lot of fun streaming. A lot of you guys obviously been streaming and watching the stream for a long time. I really appreciate everybody coming out. But we'll be back next week. I hope everybody has a great rest of their night. May the Force be with you, and we'll see you on the next one. Good night, everybody. Bye.